All right, well, tonight was Blood and Plunder. We did the same scenario from a few weeks ago where it was one ship was chasing another ship and we were trying to capture it, and I was the attacker again. My opponent played a lot better than the previous opponent that I had, and I don't mean that rude. I just mean he was a lot more challenging in his moves, and he kind of knew what he was doing. But he bolted straight for me, and I turned a little bit up into like the wind's eye, and then I came down on him. And our first broadside, his broadside, I think it only killed one person. My broadside only killed two of his, so they were very lackluster. And I'm just kind of circling around him, trying to get the other side, to show so I could fire that one. But I eventually got a point blank broadside with my rear end, my ass cannons, and then my middle cannons fired off. And so what I ended up having was the back and then the middle. Back, the middle, back, the middle, back, the middle. Like that song. And so that's what we ended up doing, was trading it as far as I was going with my thing. He's a newer player, and I think he got a little confused because he was going to the front of the ship, then back to the back of the ship, and then he was going to the front of the ship and firing, and then he was going to the back. And I just think he needs a better system of keeping track of everything. But that's neither here nor there. It was still a really fun game. I thought he had me several times, but the dice gods loved me tonight. I did hit him 9 times with a broadside. 9 times. And only one person died. 9 cannons. How does that happen? How does that even... I should have fucking fortuned that one. I don't know why I didn't. Oh. But yeah, I'm getting a lot better. I ended up wearing, which is where you turn away from the wind, wearing and turning and coming around and like running in right into his to the end of his ship, and I grappled him, and then we started boarding. And once we started boarding, he did a defensive shot on my first unit that went over, and they just kind of stayed there. And laid down after. They were like, oh shit. Then after that he forfeited. I wrote this whole script up on it, but like, I don't know how well I sound reading, but we'll give it a try. Lord Dude plans to steal Woods Rogers plunder from the Spanish. Woods Rogers and Dude's opening volleys were lackluster, to say the least. Rogers continued to run, causing Dude to wear and turn to close in. Dude reloaded and his rear cannons fired, but only killed one of his countrymen. The swivel cannons unloaded, killing 3 of Dude's. Dude completed his turn and fired his middle deck, wiping out Lord Rogers' middle deck. The boarding party started with a defensive shot that turned them back. Lord Rogers ultimately decided that he had lost too many countrymen and his crew and surrendered. See, like, I started to write it, and then you can tell where I lost interest. One day, there will be enough Adderall that'll keep me on task.